So now the next game for you guys is probably the most important one for the first place against Serbia. Yeah. What do you expect?
It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, a high caliber team. A lot of chemistry. They've been playing together for many years. You know, it seems like they always know where they are on the floor. They can play many different ways. They can play inside, outside, pick and roll, post up, off screen. So, very challenging game, very talented team. But we have to come into it with the same mentality that we've come into all of our games with focus, intensity, and confidence. And if we do that, I think, you know, we've shown that we have a high ceiling and a high caliber as well. So I think anything is possible when you get between those four lines. It's just going to come down to the little things: offensive rebounds, you know, taking charges, diving for loose balls, and whoever wants it more, I think, has a great chance to win that game.
I suspect you haven't played much against Vasi.
I think I've only played it one time.
Really?
Yeah, Turkey, Serbia.
Yeah. So what do you expect from that matchup?
It's going to be fun. Obviously, it's one of my good friends. We have a lot of history together. We've done some great things together, so it's going to be fun to, you know, go against him, especially in this tournament on this stage. So I think, you know, we'll get out there, we'll talk a little bit to each other, you know, and have fun with it.
You know him very well. Will he be motivated extra against you?
I mean, at the end of the day, that's a question for him, you know, to see where his mind is with everything. But that's one of my good friends. We used to compete all the time in practice, and I think we pushed each other to get better, you know, all those years we were together. So a long history, great friendship. So off the court, great friends. On the court, great friends. But it'll be competition for sure.
Did he teach you any Serbian?
Huh?
Did he teach you any Serbian?
Maybe not the best words, but he definitely taught me some.
What do you think about the matchup down there? It's going to be Šenguna against Jokić.
I think that's the matchup that everybody's been waiting to see. I think Jokić has, you know, been the best player in the NBA the last few years, and I think Alperen's grown. And, you know, he's very young, but he's now an NBA All-Star, so top 24 in the NBA already. And I think he just continued to improve. And I think he looks at Jokić as somebody that he wants to, you know, kind of go after his spot, and he has the motivation to be one of the best players in the NBA, and he knows to be that you have to beat this guy. So at the end of the day, I think he's very motivated, and I think he'll come out with a lot of intensity in that game. But we don't want to put too much pressure on him and make it seem like it's him against Jokić. It's, you know, Serbia against Turkey. So at the end of the day, it'll be fun, it'll be exciting, but we all have to do our parts to go out there and help him, you know, in these moments and try to get a big win.
And what about his nickname? You know, people call him Baby Jokić.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you watch the games, you can see the similarities. Just the way that they can create from the perimeter, from the inside, the passing abilities, a nice toucher on the rim. And I think there's many things that Alperen can add to his game, the same way Jokić has added year after year after year after year. So it'll be an important game for him to, you know, go out there and prove himself. But like I said, we don't want to put pressure on him. It's not Alperen against, you know, Jokić. It's Serbia against Turkey, and it'll be a competitive game. A bunch of great players in the game, and just gonna see what happens.
How did you see Serbia when
I mean, obviously, when you lose a player of that caliber, it hurts you in a way. But if you look at that roster, you know, they have 12 guys who are high-level guys. So at the end of the day, you know, he's been there, he's done that. He's, you know, a clutch guy. He's made big shots, captain of the team, veteran. So obviously, when you lose somebody like that, it definitely hurts your team a little bit. But their roster is loaded, so they have a guy who can step up into those shoes and probably give them similar, you know, results.
Thank you.